Well, hold on to your butts, ladies and gentlemen, because it looks like we have yet again another pointless remaster coming from the folks over at Naughty Dog and Sony, because it looks like The Last of Us Part 2, at least according to some leaks from devs, that it looks like Naughty Dog might be remastering The Last of Us Part 2, which has a lot of fans kind of like scratching their head like, look, Last of Us Part 2, regardless of what you think about the overall story, the gameplay and the cinematics look phenomenal. This game plays fantastic on the PS5. It's already optimized at 60 frames per second, 1440p. This game does not need to be remastered. You put this game in the PlayStation 5, it looks and runs like a PlayStation 5 game. This is something that I've been having a huge problem with when it comes to PlayStation, because it seems like they are just focused on the same 3 or 4 titles. If it isn't God of War, Horizon, Spider-Man, or The Last of Us, they're not really interested in spreading themselves out and giving us more unique, different games. What's going on with the Resistance franchise, the Killzone, the Unported, Dax and Jaxter, like so many different franchises that is synonymous with the PlayStation brand, yet we continue to do the remasters or remakes or sequels of the same games over and over again. Naughty Dog just did a quote-unquote remake, which wasn't really a remake, but it was a remaster of The Last of Us Part 1, brought it over to PS5. This was a game that was already optimized on the PlayStation Pro and PS5, and they decided, hey, we're going to do another remastered. We're going to charge $70 for this game, and now, once again, it looks like we're getting yet another one, and the fans aren't necessarily happy with that. Like, if you go over to Twitter, you just see where people are just kind of like pointing this thing out, and a lot of people are saying, hey, you know what? Am I the only one who thinks that this might be a little unnecessary? Fans are starting to call this stuff out because this is something that we're seeing again and again and again. There's so many different games that Sony could try to tackle, try to give us some new IPs, go back to some fan favorite IPs, but yet it seems like they're just stuck in this little bubble of Last of Us, Horizon, God of War, and Spider-Man. And I know these are big games for Sony. I know these bring in a lot of money for the PlayStation, and they are console sellers, but PlayStation is more than just these 4 titles. There's a rumor out there that Horizon Zero Dawn is going to be getting a PS5 remastered, which is already optimized on the PS5, and then they're going to do the same thing with possibly, charging $70, much like they did with The Last of Us Part 1, and this really kind of just, to me, I feel is like very anti-consumer, and it's not pushing Sony to the limits that Sony used to be push when it was coming to the PS2, PS3, and even the PS4 consoles. They were constantly giving us new and unique titles, and now it seems like Sony's only focused on these 4 IPs. They want to do more live services, and I think that is a real buzzkill when you think about it, because I want to see more from Sony. I want to see Sony give us, the games that we used to have with Killzone and Resistance, Fall of Man. Where's the next Uncharted game? I understand, like, you have your bread and butter, but you also have to fill out that portfolio and give us more unique games. And right now from Sony, I'm kind of disappointed, because I just don't feel like The Last of Us Part 2 needs a remake or a remaster. This game looks like a PS5 game. If someone was playing this on their PS5 and they didn't know any better, they come over and they look and they're like, oh my god, hey, guess what? That's an awesome looking PS5 game. But no, we're just getting more of the same, and the fans are starting to call this stuff out, because they're just like, hey, we don't need this. This is an unnecessary port that you're going to charge yet again another $70 for, and it's just something that is absolutely unnecessary. But I'm really curious what you guys think. How do you guys feel about The Last of Us Part 2 getting a PS5 remaster? Do you think it is something that we need? Do you think it's something that's necessary? Please leave those comments in the comment box below. Smash that like, subscribe button for all future content on the channel. And until next time, as always, I am Robert Storms, and thank you so much for watching.